Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. Here with the Pac-12 picks and predictions. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. You guys have been awesome. And we're going to hop into it. Go ahead and check out all my links in the description below. Really good bookie offers to get you guys good to go this weekend so you guys can start betting. And you're going to hop into it. 9 matchups. Starting with the big one between the Oregon Ducks versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State opening up as 14.5-point favorites with the over-under at 63.5. You can get Ohio State on the money line at minus 700. Oregon plus 475. Oregon coming off a 31-24 win over Fresno State. Ohio State coming off a 45-31 win over Minnesota. Going to be a tough matchup, very fun matchup here. Should be a lot of scoring. 14.5 points is a lot between two really great teams. I just think that's too many points to give to this Oregon team. I like Oregon plus 14.5. I think that's a lot. I'm going to add some points to them. Maybe tease them if you want, but 14.5 points is a lot, and I'm going to roll with Oregon. Next matchup, we have the Texas A&M Aggies versus the Colorado Buffaloes. Texas A&M opening up as 17-point favorites with the over-under at 50. You can get Texas A&M minus 900 on the money line. You can get Colorado plus 600. A&M coming off a 41-10 win over Kent State. Colorado coming off a 35-7 win over UNCO. 17 points, I really like A&M here. They should be able to put it up on this Colorado team. A&M's in the top 5. They really gotta get some high percentage wins here in order to really compete and get a college football playoff spot here. I like A&M minus 17. Next matchup, we had the California Golden Bears versus the TCU Horned Frogs. TCU opening up as 11.5-point favorites with the over-under at 47. You can get TCU on the money line at minus 440, Cal plus 340. Cal coming off their opening loss to Nevada, 22-17. TCU coming off their opening win, 45-3 against Nequesny. I like TCU here. They look good in their last game. Cal, it's just going to be a tough year for Cal, honestly. Didn't look that great last week in their loss. TCU can score it. I'm going to take TCU minus 11.5. Next matchup, we have the Washington Huskies versus the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan opening up as 6.5-point favorites with the over-under at 48. You can get Michigan on the money line at minus 270, Washington plus 220. Washington coming off an embarrassing loss against Montana, a team they should have really beat by a lot. They just looked very bad in their opener. Michigan coming off a 47-14 win over Western Michigan. I really like Michigan here. Hard to trust Washington. Really had high expectations. An embarrassing first loss. We'll see how they regrouped. Their quarterback play was awful. Michigan looked great last week. Only a 6.5-point spread. Gonna roll with Michigan. Next matchup, we have the San Diego State Aztecs versus the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona opening up as 2-point favorites with the over-under at 46.5. You can get Arizona on the money line at minus 130. San Diego State plus 110. San Diego State coming off a 28-10 win against New Mexico State. And then Arizona coming off that 24-16 loss against BYU. Really close, tight-knit matchup here. Really not excited for this, this matchup. Not much value in this game, to be honest. Arizona coming off that loss didn't look horrible, but I'm gonna take the underdog here. I'll take San Diego State plus 2. Not much value in this game. They are 1-0. Should be a close one. We'll take San Diego State plus 2. Maybe buy some points if you're really into it. Next matchup, we have the Utah Utes versus the BYU Cougars. Utah opening up as 7-point favorites with the over-under at 49. You can get Utah on the money line at minus 270, BYU plus 220. Utah winning their last game 40-17 against Weber. BYU winning their last matchup against Arizona 24-16. Yeah, tough matchup here. Both teams look really good, coming off nice wins. Should be a close matchup here. I do like Utah in this matchup. I just think their defense, it's going to be a nice defensive game on both sides here. I'm going to roll with Utah -7. I think probably by half a point, make it 6.5, so that way you don't push if they do only win by 7. But we're going to roll with Utah here, -270, pretty cheap money line to add to a parlay as well. Next matchup, we have the Stanford Cardinals versus the USC Trojans. USC opening up as 17-point favorites with the over-under at 53.5. You can get USC on the money line at -900. Stanford +600. Stanford coming off a 24-7 loss against Kansas State. Looked really bad in that game. USC coming off a 30-7 win over San Jose State. I love USC here. Stanford looked really bad in their last game. USC should be able to win this game pretty easily. Going to roll with USC -17. Next matchup, we have the UNLV Rebels versus the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona State opening up as 34-point favorites with the over-under at 54.5. UNLV losing a double-time thriller against Eastern Washington, 35-33. Arizona State coming off a 41-14 win over SUU. 34 points, is a lot here. I think it should be able to beat up on this UNLV team. Arizona State, actually ranked and should be able to score a lot on this team. I don't love this matchup, but they should be able to beat them up pretty good. I'm going to take Arizona State here. Next matchup, we have the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors versus the Oregon State Beavers. Oregon State opening up as 11-point favorites with the over-under at 65. Hawaii coming off a 49-35 win over Portland State. Oregon State coming off a 30-21 loss against Purdue. Tough. Not excited about this matchup here. Oregon State, they were able to keep it close in their last matchup against Purdue. Not in love with this matchup by any means here. Should be a lot of scoring. I like Oregon State -11. I think they're going to be a really good team this year. I think our defense is going to be pretty good against this Hawaii team. You could really go either way here. I lean with Oregon State, and we're going to take Oregon State there. Then the last matchup, we have the Portland State Vikings versus the Washington State Cougars. Washington State opening up as 30.5-point favorites with the over-under at 65.5. Washington State, coming off that 26-23 loss against Utah State. Portland State coming off a 49-35 loss against Hawaii. Portland State on a 9-game losing streak. They've been able to score, though. That's kind of been their thing. They've been able to actually score, putting up 35 last game. Washington State, barely winning their last matchup here. That's a lot of points, 30 for Washington State. I like Portland State in this matchup, plus the points. Definitely going to add Washington State to the moneyline parlays. But, Portland State, they've been able to score. Let's hope they can score here. We're going to take Portland State plus the points. And that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. And I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.